Hi, this is Toby, and today I'll be showing you the work I'll be doing on my larch. And before I get started, I do like to apologize on this place being a bit messy. All of my cacti that I usually keep outdoors right now are still dormant, and it's not really ideal to put them out yet because the space that they usually go is taken up by the South African bulb, so they're just sitting here for now. But let's get to the larch. So the reason I'm going to work on the larch now is it has started to grow. I will repot it, and it desperately needs a repot. I can't even pull the weeds out because the old pot I used is literally falling apart. So this is going to be the new pot it's going to go into. Lots of good moss, so I'll try and save that. I'll take the tree out and I'll clean up the roots and I'll show you what we have. So I just took the tree out of the pot and washed the roots. There isn't a great deal of roots for 2 or 3 years of growth, but I think I can still work on it. I don't want to work on it too much. All I'm really going to do is just take some of these long shoots off, or long roots. Don't think I need them. I think I'll remove this root as well because it's the tip. When I repotted, the tip was already dead and it's a bit too high. I do want the root plane to be slightly lower, and I do have better roots below, so I will remove this root. Yep, I do have a better root below, right there. So now I'm going to clear the space and I'm going to get ready for repotting. So I'm just going to quickly show you what the root base looks like. As you can see, I do have a better root below the root I cut off. I just made the cut a bit more flush. Some of the bottom roots that are thick, I haven't cut them off yet because I don't want to weaken the tree too much this repotting. I do want it to survive and gain some vigor. I can rearrange the roots when I'm repotting it, but now it's time to get to repotting. This is going to be the new pot. And this will be the new soil. Now I'll quickly explain what I did with the soil. So I did email Nigel from the Bonsai Zone, since he's a lot better at growing larches than I am, and he's got more experience, and he did recommend a soil that has a lot more inorganics, so it's well drained. But the downside is you have to water the tree more. I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue because this season it was quite wet, so don't know if the next season or the coming season it's going to be as wet where I live. But if it is, the well-draining soil is going to do the tree really well, and it's not going to waterlog the roots. So I'm going to get some little pebbles just to block up the large drainage holes at the bottom. It'll still drain, but the soil won't come out every time I water it. So I'll do that and we'll start potting up the tree. So I will go with the repotting now. I did fill some soil in the pot. I think this is a good height for the tree. The tree's not going to hold itself up just yet, so we're going to have to do a bit of work with the soil. In case you're wondering, 1/3 of the soil, or the inorganic part of the soil, is Akadama, 1/3 is pumice, and 1/3 is perlite, so very well drained. So now that the tree stands, before I add more layers of soil, I'm going to get some sphagnum moss and cut it up and sprinkle it on the top just so it retains a bit more water. I know maybe this place is a bit messy, but it's really the only thing I have. So now what I'm going to do is actually water down the tree before I moss it up. So I'll quickly do that and come back. So I've just watered down the soil and get my remaining moss. Now some of these moss did have spore capsules on it, but when I was pulling the weeds out, I accidentally pulled that out as well. So that's a bit unfortunate. Oh well. Everything will lower as the season goes on because some soil will be lost through the drainage holes, so the soil level will go down. I think that looks good. So I'll water it again and put it in its position and I'll show you. So here's a larch all potted up. Again, I don't know what type of larch it is. I might want to remove some of the moss on the trunk. But I don't know what sort of larch this is. If anyone can identify what sort of larch it is, I would appreciate it. You see the needles are starting to come out. So that's looking really promising. Again, I've only got really 2 flushes of growth on this tree at once before. Maybe this year it'll be different, maybe it'll be the same, but I think things are going to start to look better. I do want to remove some of these lower branches, but I won't be doing that until the tree gains more vigor. I'm not going to prune the top today. Do you want the tree to recover? There could be a lot of branch sorting that I need to do, and I think I can make a really good structure out of it, but the priority again is to make the tree healthy right now. So I do hope it enjoys this repotting. It does lean forward a bit for some reason, but that's okay. You do want the tree to lean towards the viewer slightly, but yeah. So here's an update of the larch. Everything's starting to leaf out. The needles are coming in quite nicely. You can see it's a decent length. The tree doesn't seem to be struggling too much, but we'll see how vigorous it is. So here's another larch update. The first flush is still lasting. It's still growing. I think it's really healthy this season. You can see the shoots are actually extending. I don't think I've ever had that before. You can see the previous season, with 2 flushes, it grew around that tiny amount. But you can see now with the first flush, it's already starting to extend. I'm getting shoots extending. Even at the bottom, some shoots are extending. So that's good. Again, I don't know when I'm going to remove these bottom branches. I will have to. But so far, the entire tree looks quite healthy. Some branches like this, I don't know why it's a bit weak, but we'll see what the tree decides to keep on or doesn't. But so far, I think this is the healthiest I've ever got the tree to be. So I think it's time to actually prune my larch. I cannot remember when the last time I've actually pruned this tree was, because it just hasn't been growing vigorously enough for me to prune it. But the shoots have finished extending, and I actually do want to go in there and clean up the structure a bit, because I haven't done that for many years. The things that I always want to do is remove these bottom branches, and the reason being, the internode between them is too long, they're a bit low, and I do envision this tree to be quite a tall tree in the future. So I don't think I actually need these bottom branches, so I'm just going to take all of them off. Firstly taking them off like that, and then I'm going to cut it back flush. Now I just want to clean up some of these other branches. There's a bit of, you see the branches are a bit cluttered here, and these ones for some reason don't have that much vigor. So I'm probably going to position the sun facing this way, just so these branches give a bit more light and then get a bit more vigor. So I don't want to take too much off. I'm going to see what I don't want. So I think the only thing I'm really going to prune is just here. There's just too many branches. And maybe this one as well. It's sticking straight up, but I don't really like that. So what do we need to take off? I have a whirl of branches here. I think we'll start by taking this small one off. And I'm looking. I think it's not even that bad. I'm wondering if I need this. I don't think I need that either. Off goes that. I think that opens up that area a bit. I'm wondering if that's all I'm going to do, because I don't want to risk losing all this vigor that I managed to get on this tree. There's a shoot growing straight up that I'm going to get rid of. Anything going straight up, I'm going to get rid of, unless it's right at the apex. Same with this one, it's going straight up. I'm going to remove. So I got another shoot growing out the side. I think I want to make the apex a bit more compact. This branch, yeah, we'll make it a bit more compact. Prune it back here. Got a nice shoot over there. I think that's it. I can't do anything else other than that, I'm pretty sure. Let me just look at it from the side. It's got a nice triangular profile. The tree's not really straight, but that's okay. Well, from this side, yep, it's quite triangular. So I'll spin the tree around and I'll show you what I've taken off. So not that much this time. Let me just control the branches. Even though there's not that much on the tree, this is how much I took off. I still left a lot on, and you can see that. It looks pretty. I think this will have to be the front. This view. It looks really nice. I don't know if you can see that. It looks really nice. Again, I do want the final height to be around that tall, so it's got a lot more growing to do. and I don't know how long it's gonna take, but so far I really like how the tree's developing, and I really like how it's gaining its health back. So here's a final update of the larch. I don't think it grew that much after the first flush of growth. Again, all the leaves kind of dropped off in summer and then grew back. It does that every year for some reason, not sure why. But I think it's doing alright. It's a lot healthier. You can see it's not doing too bad. I know it's still quite sparse, but the needles are getting bigger. So I think it will get better in the future, although it hasn't thickened up a lot this season. The moss did grow a lot, however. Look how fluffy it is. I think the moss grew a lot better than the tree. But it's got buds for next season, and even if I just get a small flush next season, I can still work with it. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I will answer them. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.